You don't need a complicated meal plan, and you don't need to eat 6 times a day. And you definitely don't need to spend hours cooking. If fat loss feels harder than it should, chances are you're overcomplicating one thing, your meals. As someone who lost 15 kilos of weight and managed to keep it off even after having a year-long surgery recovery, I know what difference your food intake makes when losing weight. In this video, I'm going to give you the only 3 high-protein meals you need to lose weight, stay full, and stay consistent. Even if you've got a busy schedule, zero time to cook, or you've struggled to stick to diets before. Why do high-protein meals support weight loss? Many people don't realize this, but protein is the #1 macronutrient when it comes to losing weight. It is like the secret key, if you will. And here's what I see all the time. People try and eat healthy, but they're hungry all the time. They snack constantly. They fall off the track by the afternoon. And it's not because they lack discipline. It's because their meals aren't designed to support fat loss. And this is where protein comes in. When you have low protein, you have more hunger throughout the day. When you have no structure on your food, you have to make more decisions. And more decisions means more chances for us to fall off. So instead of relying on willpower to lose weight, we fix the system and we build around protein because that is the key to losing weight. And eating simple, high-protein meals actually supports fat loss better than a fancy approach. Because if it's easy, we can stick to it. If we convolute it and make it really annoying, it's only going to wear us out. And of course, we're going to go back to quick, easy fixes. So eating for fat loss comes down to one simple rule. Before I give you the meals, here's a simple rule everything is built on. Each meal should be anchored around protein first. Not carbs, not fats, not what you feel like. Protein is, as I said before, the #1 macronutrient. It keeps you fuller, it preserves your muscle while you're losing fat, and it reduces your cravings. So instead of thinking, what do I feel like eating when we are building our meal plans or choosing what to eat, we need to start asking ourselves, where is my protein coming from in this meal? Because structuring our meals around protein is the key to losing weight easily. Now let's make this stupidly simple. Meal 1, high protein breakfast, which is such an important thing. And I didn't realize this until I started making my breakfast a big, juicy, substantial meal that actually was loaded with protein and that kept me full throughout the day because we need to kill hunger before it starts. So there's a few options that you can have here. And I encourage you to find what works for you because everyone is different. So some of the options that you could try is eggs, egg whites to increase your protein while keeping your fats low, avocados for your good healthy fats, and toast for your carb source. Even creating a Greek yogurt bowl with protein powder and berries and granola. A protein smoothie is another good option. Protein powder, frozen fruit, milk, nuts, you name it. You can get creative with this. Even cottage cheese, fruit and nuts if you are someone who doesn't eat meats. Whatever it is, find or create 1 to 2 high protein breakfasts that you can eat on repeat. They will set you up for the whole day because protein is what keeps you full for longer. It helps stabilizes your energy and your blood sugar throughout the day so those cravings don't come in. Why does your breakfast protein count matter? If your breakfast is low in protein, like toast, cereal, or nothing at all, you're basically setting yourself up to be hungry for the rest of the day. That's when your cravings hit mid-morning, you overeat at lunch, or you start picking at foods all day. I know this because I used to skip meals without protein and I'd end up always overeating. Even now, I notice my hunger levels are higher when I don't have a high protein breakfast. So I make sure that I put a lot of focus and time and energy into getting a really substantial meal that is really high in protein for my breakfast. I cannot stress this enough. Protein is the key for weight loss. A high protein breakfast stabilizes your appetite and makes the rest of the day easy. So, tip to execute. Don't aim for perfect, aim for repeatable. We want stuff that we can eat on repeat, that's high protein, that's convenient, and that fits our schedule and our lifestyle. Pick 1 to 2 breakfasts and rotate them. For me, I make a scrambled egg wrap with avocado and some veggies, and I mix around the chili sauces that I put on it to keep the flavor profile different and to keep it interesting. Because the less you have to think in the morning, the more consistent you are. And I know for me, I eat something that I love every single day, and it just sets up my whole day. So, meal 2, the simple lunch bowl, your fat loss anchor meal. So the goal is to stay full and remove decision fatigue. If we are busy running businesses, we don't want to have to then be thinking about our food at lunch and what's going to happen here, because often around lunchtime is when everyone wants to come and see you. You're putting out fires in the business. You've got so much going on. And who then wants to be working out all of their calories and their macronutrients and things at that particular time? No one. No wonder we go for easy and convenient for lunches. So the trick here is to pick something that you like and that you can eat on repeat without getting bored. And I know what you're thinking, I need to eat something different every single day. No, you don't. You can eat similar foods with different mixes. Now, what do I mean by that? So create a simple lunch bowl that is made up of a protein source, carbs, and fats. And if you create it as a simple thing, you can mix and match your protein sources and your vegetables or your carb sources. But either way, you're still eating a very simple protein bowl for lunch. Do you get what I mean? So examples, chicken, rice, and veggies, and a sauce. And you can rinse and repeat that with different sauces or different flavor profiles as well, different herbs. There are so many options with low calories of ways that you can change the flavoring of your food. So tuna, potato, salad, and dressing. Easy on the dressing because these are where the sneaky calories come in. You could also try a lean beef mince wrap, lettuce, and salsa, or a chicken burrito bowl. The idea here is that you follow the formula is protein, carbs, and fats. And you want to look at what volume you can bring in to get your fiber content with your vegetables and what flavoring profiles that you can change up. But keep the lunch bowl a simple thing that you do enjoy. For me, I often have chicken with vegetables and either brown rice or quinoa or rice noodles, and I will just rinse and repeat that. Lunch is the meal where most people either stay on track or completely fall off. Why? Because it's usually then when we're busy, tired, running back-to-back meetings, putting out fires, making quick decisions. So if you don't have something planned, you'll default to convenience, which is usually lower protein and higher calories. Most takeout foods do not support the structure that we need for our meals. So let go of needing variety at lunch and make it easy because you need reliability, not variety. Eating the same style of lunch 4 to 5 times a week is one of the fastest way to see results because you move in consistency. And if you know that you're having 2 really good meals for the first half of your day, you have won a massive proportion of your day already. Tip to execute. Batch cook your protein source, whatever it may be. Rotate your vegetables and your carbs to make it feel like you are mixing up meals, but follow that same formula. Rotate your seasonings and your herbs to have the same food but different flavor. If your protein is ready and you've got a variety of things that you can create a different mix, you can eat different foods or different flavors and still lose weight. Meal 3, high protein dinner, where most people slip up. So the goal is to finish the day satisfied, not starving and not snacking. If you've had 2 really good meals leading up to dinner, when it comes to dinner time, you won't be starving and craving. You'll be ready to have a nice, satiating meal that supports your weight loss goals. So again, follow the simple formula. Protein first, carbs, fats, different flavors. So some examples: chicken, roasted vegetables, potatoes, salmon, greens and rice, lean steak, salad and chips. Yes, I said chips because you can enjoy foods that you love and lose weight at the same time. Shock, right? Stir fry with protein, vegetables and noodles. And again, rinse and repeat your flavors, but try and have a balanced meal for dinner and make your meal at dinner the one that you enjoy the most. So you're finishing the day satisfied with your final meal. And it will also keep you not then wanting to find something else after. And you'll be able to go, okay, I feel very good. This is good. So dinner time is a time to get it right because most people don't mess up their diet during the day. They mess it up at night because they've undereaten earlier, they're mentally tired, and they just want comfort. So they snack and snack and snack, which is why it's really important to make your last meal a really enjoyable meal and a big meal. If you're a volume eater, chuck in loads of vegetables. There's so many different hacks that you can do. Eating a proper high protein dinner that you enjoy solves all of that. And if you need to eat earlier in the day, because when you get home from work, you're actually hungry, just start doing that and then have a high protein snack later before you go to bed. Yogurt or protein powder is a really good option because it helps muscle growth throughout your sleep cycle. Another thing, if you're constantly snacking at night, it's usually not a discipline problem. It's a structure problem earlier in the day. You're probably not eating enough protein in your other meals if you find yourself constantly snacking at night. So the tip here is to build a dinner that you actually enjoy and build meals that you actually enjoy. Because if you have 3 really high protein meals that you enjoy and that keep you feeling satiated, you will find that you can implement an easy structure and just eat on repeat, achieve your goals, and lose weight in a really healthy and happy way. Because it's not about removing things and punishing ourselves for trying to lose weight. We can lose weight while we're really busy, while we're running big businesses. We just need to work out what structure we need to set up. Remember, if your meals feel restricted, you won't stick to them, which is why you need to structure your meals around foods that you enjoy. And if you can create 3 meals that you love that you can eat on repeat, you're going to win. So what's the payoff for eating 3 high protein meals a day? Here's what changes when you follow this. You stop thinking about food all day. You naturally eat fewer calories without even trying because you're feeling satiated for longer. And you feel in control around food instead of reactive. And most importantly, you become consistent and you teach your brain that you can be consistent when it comes to eating and losing weight. Because fat loss isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing the basics consistently. If you want to take this a step further, here's what I'd recommend. Aim for 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal. I know it sounds like a lot, but once you get used to eating a lot of high protein meals, that's nothing. Keep your meals similar during the week and leave a little bit more flexibility on the weekends for when you're going out and being a bit more social. And adjust your portion sizes based on your goal. If your goal is to build muscle, you obviously will need more protein. If you are on a weight loss journey, you will still need a lot of protein, but it will be less than if you were eating in a calorie surplus for muscle growth. Remember, you don't need extremes, just small, repeatable actions. Much like how we operate our businesses, our bodies work the same. We like consistency, we like structure, and we like simple things that we can do on repeat to get the desired outputs. So if you're watching this and thinking that makes sense, but I struggle to actually stick to it, that's exactly what I help with. Because it's not about knowing what to do, it's about building something that fits your lifestyle. So if you want a personalized plan where we map out your meals, your structure, and your routine, click the link below and book a free call with me. We'll build something that actually works for you so you can stop starting over and finally start seeing results. Don't forget to check out some of my other videos for more insights and ways that you can lose weight and feel just as badass in your body as you do in your business. I'm here to help you execute.